blue button. And now we're going to go into auto labeling. Okay. So we're going to click this little button right here. And I want you to go to add condition with a little plus sign next to it. Go to add condition. And then we're going to go to content. Click that. Now it's coming up with this box, right? The content little box. And what I want you to do is go to add. So everybody go to add, click add. And then I want you to go to sensitive info type. Okay. So click sensitive info type. And now this blade pops up, right? So basically it's giving us a template per se, right? But we're looking for United States. So remember, it's all alphabetical order. So you have to go towards the bottom, right? To find the United States here, all the way to the bottom. There we go. And the third one from the bottom, it says United States Social Security number, right? Because that's what we're protecting, right? But look at all the other things that we can use, right? Physical addresses, taxpayer information, driver's license numbers, account numbers, passport numbers, right? What if we have a client in the UK and we have to protect their, driver's license numbers or whatever it is, right? We can do so. And you don't have to just pick one for any policy. You can pick multiple ones if you want. You can do that as well. But I want you to click US Social Security number. Make sure you click that one and then click add. All right. And you can see right here where it says sensitive info type, we added United States Social Security numbers, right? And you can change the confidence levels there. If you look down towards the bottom where it says display message, maybe we just put in the same thing, like do not send PII, right? And then we're going to hit next at the blue bottom at the bottom. And then right here, really, this is what I was talking about before, groups and sites or over Azure. This is where you would go through and click the same thing. You would kind of go through the same thing as the files and emails, okay? But we're just going to hit next here because we can't click those. Next again, and we should be at the finished little button here. So really what we're doing is we're reviewing, right? Any kind of edits we need, and then create the label. So go ahead and create the label. And your label was created. Hit done. And you can see everybody that's made one, right? Good job. Appreciate it. Walking through with me. Now, we made a label, right? Now, we can make 100. We can make 1,000 labels. But until we publish the label, then it's actual policy, okay? It actually goes out, over your system here. So what we're going to do is you're going to go to your label, right? I'm going to mine. So you can click the little circle and go up to publish label, or you can double click your name, right? And then go to publish label up here on this blade. Now, either way you go, it's to the same thing. Just make sure you hit publish label, okay? So choose sensitivity labels to publish, right? So we just want to make sure that it's the one that you just picked, right? So this one's mine, right? Phil, this is my label that I just made. So I'm good. So I click next. And I just want to publish it to users and groups. I'm going to click next. And now policy settings. Okay. So let's talk about this real quick. The very first one, I want you to click that one because, we want to make sure that users must provide justification to remove the label or lower the classification, right? So why do we want to do that? Just in case somebody wants to, lower or remove the label, right? We're leaving those breadcrumbs, right? Because if it's sent to the wrong person or somebody gets that information somehow, we can kind of backtrack and, kind of keep people honest, okay? And then also to the very next one, require users to apply this label to their emails and documents. So we definitely want to do that. And I don't know if you guys use Power BI, business intelligence, right? But if you do, you can click this one here. Power BI is great because it's all about making great decisions when you see a whole bunch of information in front of you that's, very good visuals. So great thing to have. But go ahead and hit next here at the very bottom. And now basically what we're going to do is we're going to apply our label, right? So my label, you click your label to documents and hit next at the bottom. We're going to do it over email, right? So this is basically what we're doing is we're just connecting it to everything we just clicked to. And then also to Power BI, right? All the three that I picked there. Now you can change the name of your policy now, right? Or label, right? But we're just gonna, I'm gonna put my name in. You put your name. You can put a description if you like to. And then we're gonna hit next at the bottom here. So go ahead and hit next. And then we're going to review and finish. So quick review, any kind of edits I need to do, and then click submit. So click submit. And now my policy is created, right? So now that I'm done, I hit done. Now, how do I know what labels are just labels and what labels are policies now, right? Well, it's kind of like, you know, when you're in high school, right? And you used to make flyers, right? And, you know, for the dance or whatever, right? So you can make as many flyers as you want, labels, right? But until you publish it and send it out, then it becomes, you know, it goes across everything, right? So once we pass it out and we publish this label, what we can do is right here where it says labels, that's all my labels there. And then I go to label policies, and now I can see which ones were actually made into a policy. So we can see everybody went through with me here. Great job. Awesome. Love it. And, you know, what does this do, right? So let me see. You can come with me or you can just watch this part. It's very quick. I'm just going to open up a good Word document right quick. Open up here. Kind of slow today. It's all right. So open up this Word document here. And let's say I got you know, Phil's social security number. It's not really my social security number, by the way. But now let's say I'm going to try to save this thing, right? If I try to save it, save as, go to this PC, I'm going to save it. I'm going to try to save it here. There it is. It's like, no, 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 can't do that. Can't save that information. You're not allowed to. So if I go back and then it gives me, you know, hey, my little watermark here, do not send any kind of PII, right? So not only is it preventing me from sending it out, it's preventing me from saving it, right? Because we clicked that right before. But then, you know, basically we're just ensuring people don't make mistakes, right? Because people do make mistakes, unfortunately, right? But you can see we can stop that from happening, right?
And Phil, this is a question for you. Now, if people had the right access and group policies and stuff, they could send this out. But this is obviously to protect the people that should not be sending this stuff out, correct?
Correct, correct. So, you know, even viewing the document, right? I should only have permission to view certain documents. So even viewing the document itself, even though it's protected and it's encrypted, you know, if it was like, let's say Caesar tried to open it, right? It wouldn't allow him to even look at it, right? Because he didn't have permission. But even though I have permission to view it, I don't have permission to actually send it out. Okay. But yeah, good question. If you, yeah, so yeah, it's just, I put social security number just because I don't know, because it was just something to put in there. But if it was just the number, and really what it's doing is it's just recognizing, yeah, the actual digits, like how many, right? But yeah, and that's what you do to change the confidence level. We did have a client, right, where they were the same amount of numbers as social security number is some kind of other number that they would use on a daily basis for like orders or whatever. So they were getting like this false negative, right? So we had to go in and kind of change some of the confidence levels down. So, but that's how we got around that though. Yeah. All right. So let me
While you're
ask
moving
you.
along, Phil, I'll ask the
Yeah.
group, are there any other questions that are brewing that you all would like to ask? As we take a quick pause, as Phil moves to the next line item.
Yeah, and I just threw a poll out there too, as well. Do you have sensitivity labels, policies that are in place to kind of educate, your team against data loss prevention? So, if you don't, that's okay. If you do, great. At least now, right? So really what I want today, right, is really just that light bulb going off. Like, oh man, I could totally use that. Or, anything that kind of, sparks that new idea, right? Things you can use. Maybe if you don't use something like this, maybe there's something out there that, you'd like to use. So, appreciate you answering the polls for me. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. And yeah, while I move on, is there any questions so far? Anything whatsoever? Appreciate you helping there, Caesar. Appreciate it.
No problem. I mean, the biggest thing, right, is we want to encourage, as technology changes, you to see how information can be shared throughout the world, and we want to protect that information. I mean, you have insurance companies now making sure you have things in place to prevent this from happening, and if something, God forbid, does happen, that you have the right policies in place to protect you. And they're obviously going to look at things like what we're seeing today, Phil, to make sure you took all the right steps to ensure something from happening.